General practice. I know many of you are worried about the national insurance and incoming minimum wage increases that will impact the finances of general practices all over the country to a point where many are now considering whether or not they are viable. This, over the past couple of days, has been further fueled by Darren Jones, Minister of the Treasury's comments that general practice is not considered a public service as part of the NHS, despite the fact that that is not the case, as is commented in various pieces of law, including the Freedom of Information Act, GDPR, IR35, and the Equalities Act. So clearly there needs to be a discussion there about the appropriateness of comments made publicly. However, the question remains, what can you do as practice owners in the meantime? I know in our recent episode we debated the impact this would have, and at least every employee within your practice will likely see a £615 increase in costs. And for the majority of our staff who do reception or admin roles in particular, practices could see an increased cost of up to £2,500 per employee, full-time equivalent. And unlike every other business around the country who can increase their costs if they needed to, general practice is still at the mercy of the funding offered to it by NHS England and the government. So the question remains, what can you do? Now, clearly, if you're a member of the BMA, absolutely you may want to contact them and definitely speak with your local medical committee, LMCs, to see what advice they can offer you. I would highly recommend practices out there do look at their finances to figure out what options they have so you have a better understanding of what the impact of this might have for you in the worst case scenario. However, an action you could potentially take right now is contacting your MP to explain your concern over these potential inaccuracies and information being shared and the impact it would have on your practice and on your patients in terms of the services that you can deliver. Dr. Katie Bramwell-Stainer, chair of the GPC, has shared a templated email that you can send to your MPs, along with the links to find their email details so you can send that appropriately to them. If you want a copy of that text, I will put that in the show notes down below on this particular video. And if suitable, I have added some extra information in there that you can use, such as excerpts from the videos that myself and Andy have created recently that explain some of this in more detail. Once you have done that as well, stick a comment down below to let me know if you have sent that off to your MP. I know I have done that both for the MP where I live and for the MP where I work, because I feel this is such a strong issue we need to comment on. If you do want to watch those episodes that myself and Andy have created, check out this one that talks about the NI increase directly, and this one that is the whole budget review and how this will impact general practice.